Hey guys and gals, it's me George, and I'm doing some plumbing, part of my bathroom remodel job, and I wanted to show you this nice plumbing. You know, plumbing is supposed to be plumb and more or less level and square, and yeah, well, that's not what you get in this modular home anyway. So George is going to be redoing all of this plumbing all the way up along here, and I got a couple of pieces going up in here that go to our washer machine, and these two pieces here went to what did they go to? Oh, they went to the tub that was there, and those two pieces over there that are hanging down the pair go up to the sink, and this one by itself goes to the toilet. The toilet one actually is pretty close to being the way it should be, but none of the rest of it is. So I'm going to do it all over again and make it the way it should be. These pipes here won't be in that same position anyway. They're going to be over in this area here somewhere. I haven't determined exactly because I haven't drilled my holes. But when I do, then they'll be coming straight down through there, and they'll come straight across here. And yeah, sure, they're going to bump right into the end of my heat duct. How fun is that? Yeah. Well, anyway, we'll get it squared away, and then I got to cut this vent pipe here, and that is where the tub drain actually hooked into. Thankfully, they think there's just about enough room to get the TY in there and get it over to where the new tub drain will be, and actually get a little bit of a pitch to it. Won't be a whole lot, but a little bit. So I thought you might be interested in seeing that. I have already done some plumbing down here up on the step ladder. Some of you may remember when I installed my hot water heater, and a lot of the plumbing was like what you saw over there, and I redid that and squared it up and brought it over here, and yeah. And then when I had this water softener installed, I had that done by a professional because it would be warranted, and he did a very nice job. That's what it's supposed to be, plumb and square, you know? And that's what I'm going to try and duplicate along those lines. Okay then, let me get to work and get her done. This is what happens to your railroad layout when you're doing plumbing in your basement. You know what I mean? So now we have two shutoffs, one for the hot, one for the cold, and yes, I have them labeled. If you look carefully, it says cold right there, and the other one says hot right there. Yep. And we got this tied up better than it was. It's never going to be perfect without me redoing all that, and that ain't happening today. So now that we have this all disconnected, I can remove the old plumbing that's up in there. I've already removed the plumbing that came down through that hole up in there, and I found that after disconnecting this stuff, I can actually pull it up and get it squared off the way it belongs. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull it up, put hangers on it so it stays in place where it belongs, and then it'll get reattached over here. And this is, the plumbing goes to our washer and dryer. The copper is going to get cut off and redone because it's coming down at a funky angle in the wall, and I'm going to straighten it all out so that it's the way it should be. And I'm going to have the shut-off valves for that. Instead of being inside the wall, I'm going to have them down here in the basement. And actually, I wouldn't even have to have a separate set because all you do is come down, shut these off, and that'd shut off the washer and dryer, the wash machine, and the shower, the toilet, and the sink. So that would be fine and dandy. So that's my next project. I'm going back upstairs now, and I'm going to pull the toilet out and the sink out in the master bathroom. And I got something else to show you up there too. Hold on to your hats. Oh yeah, this is where some of the water came out when I disconnected the hoses, lines. Oh well, it'll dry out. It'll dry out. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. Well, here's the aftermath. We have the sinking out and the toilet is out and all the plumbing pulled down there. And as not unusual, I found a surprise. Look at these connectors for this wiring. Yep, stuck behind this panel. There was a sheetrock panel in the back of the vanity. I never knew it was there. And that's certainly not code these days anyway. I guess it might have been in those days. Supposedly those connectors there are sealed. Doesn't look like, well, I guess it does have plastic cover over it. But at any rate, yeah. So I'm guessing it has something to do with the way they wired it at the factory. And I'm going to be putting new boxes in here. That circuit breaker has already been replaced there. And the light on the ceiling, which I already showed you, that's going to get taken out. And a light mounted above the mirror medicine cabinet. And we have a new fan and light kit for there, but I think that's going to get moved further over to where the shower will be, which is going to go over in that corner. Here is our shower base. It's a corner shower, and that gives you an idea what the walls look like right there. So yeah, the back wall is all rebuilt. I originally was going to locate my shower faucet on that block, but we have decided to move it over to this block, which is good to do it now before you put it in place and drill holes in your tub surround or your shower surround, you know what I mean? Yes sir, so we're making progress, slow but sure. We have decided that because I'm going to be moving this and it'll leave a big hole, and I'm going to be moving that and it'll leave a hole, we're going to redo the ceiling in here too. So, you know, you do a little of this and a little of that, and you add 3 or 4 more steps and 4 or 5 more pieces of material that you need. So I'm going to end up stripping this wall of the sheetrock here, so there won't be any there. It'll be all new sheetrock on that side. This side here, the sheetrock's good to that point, and I will piece it together down to the corner over there. And this is all going to get beadboard in here, so I don't have to worry about joint compound and all that good mess. So yeah, My very next thing, before I hook things back up with the plumbing and all of that, is I have to fix my floor. We have about 3 different layers of floor in here, and I'm gonna take care of that. I'll fill this in and bring it back up to about where the rest of the top floor is now. I'm going to see if I can peel the rest of this linoleum off that gets stuck on there. And you can see that this with the small squares and that over there with the small squares is the original flooring that was in this modular home, and they split it underneath the tub so that that different pattern there is what was underneath the new flooring, relatively new, out in the pantry and coat area. I've got a lot of redesigning to do out there too. So that's where we're at. That's what I'm thinking, but we'll get her done. One day at a time. Thanks again. Bye now.